on my channel.
Hey guys, welcome to Sin City Crypto and Blockchain Basement. Today we're here to talk about some stuff.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this? I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're gonna get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we.
Hello, hello, hello. Well, if it isn't you, and if it isn't me, and if it isn't all of us here in the studio, my name is David, one of your co-hosts, and today I'm joined by four of some of my favorite people. We have Nick DeMundi, Hannah, Robin, and I will not forget today, we have our producer running the boards, BJ. We are excited to be here today. How are you guys feeling? Wow.
Bananas.
Banana bread.
Feeling good. Sponsored by Liquid Death.
Are we going to get a cut of this money since half of this is going to our stream or what?
Or at least a case of the water for
This is quality.
for our studio back in Vegas.
Notice we kicked Robin down a notch. Got my boy here, Nick. Might be your new co-host. Who knows? We'll see if we can figure something out.
Knows.
Seriously though, how you guys feeling, man? You guys saw that Starship Day or what?
Can I drop it? Oh, I just gotta get that out of the way. Okay, cool.
Okay,
We're good.
he has OCD for Olas.
And Nick, you got to get that mic closer than 4 parsecs from your face.
Oh, yeah.
Can I
So-
get a yeah?
No,
No, okay.
but you
so-
can get a oh yeah.
Wow, that was looks like you practiced that a lot.
I do.
So what does this show turn into? We don't know. Maybe you can tell us. But today was a huge day. We're talking about Doge to the moon.
Oh,
It exploded to the downside. Also, Coinbase leaving, where are they going, and who's stepping in to fill the void? And we have a live feed from a robot dog. What does that mean? We don't know, but we'll show you. So let's kick this thing off. Let's take a look at where the markets are, where the markets are going, and where the markets could possibly have gone. So CoinMarketCap, pulling it up right now. Bitcoin, 28.5 is continuing to bleed. And as Bitcoin once said, nobody makes me bleed my own blood, but someone is. 28.5 down 6% over the last 7 days. ETH is $1,945, down only 3%. And seriously, take a look at the dominance here. Bitcoin dominance has come down to 46% as ETH dominance has risen to 19.5%. Is it too early to say, or is Bitcoin money moving into Ethereum? Robin, I'll ask you first.
I think it's still too early. I think we had a rally from Bitcoin. Then you had a little consolidation. At the same time, you had the ETH unlock. Bullish narrative for Ethereum. People started YOLOing, got up to 22, natural pullback. I think we settle in at 1,800, 1,900, flirt around maybe 2,000. And I think that we'll just have to wait and see what Bitcoin does. Maybe Bitcoin gets to 35. I think Bitcoin will outperform Ethereum. Just because that, historically speaking, is what we've seen in the bear markets, is Bitcoin leading the charge. When you flip to the bull market, that's when the alts, particularly Ethereum, outperform Bitcoin. So I think that it's just a little too early before we get the ETH rally compared to Bitcoin.
Nick, tater tots.
Yeah.
I like tater tots. Do you like cheese on your tater tots?
No. No, I don't. Sorry.
Okay.
Is that
So
it?
if you had 10 grand right now, you got to hold it for 2 years. You put it in ETH or Bitcoin? At these prices, $1,945 or $28,500 for
For
Bitcoin.
2 years?
2 years.
Oh, ETH.
ETH?
Yeah.
What
I hate
about-
to say it.
What about 2 months?
2 months, and I'm like flipping it to try and get profit.
Yeah.
Probably Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's gonna lead.
What about 2 minutes leverage trading on BitGet?
On the 2-minute chart on BitGet, probably, probably Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, okay. Hannah, are you more bullish on Bitcoin or ETH long term? And why?
Long term, more bullish on Bitcoin just because Bitcoin's the big dog. I've known about Bitcoin for a majority of my life. Ethereum though, if I had like 10 grand, I would put it in Ethereum.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So you're going against what BJ says. BJ says ETH is trash. And so, BJ, I want you to know that you're out.
I don't say that.
You said it?
I don't.
You literally said that
Inadvertently?
yesterday.
I just say it has fatal
Trash
flaws
qualities?
with non-determinism, and it's super centralized, and it's trash. I do say that.
Exactly.
I mean, I agree with BJ. It's just like you guys are talking about making money off of it, and
Yeah, that's two different things. It's like the Betamax VHS. One was better technology, one made money. I get it. You'll
So-
probably make money.
You don't. Okay, here's a question I propose to you guys. Since you have kind of you're leaning against the potential for Ethereum in the future, 10 years out, do you see Ethereum still
Existing?
being number 2?
No.
Or do you think it's replaced by? It doesn't matter if it's another layer 1. Do you think it's in the second spot right behind Bitcoin 10 years out?
Hold up.
No, I think it dies out this bull run,
Hold up.
like
Wow.
significantly. Best case scenario for it, it basically hybridizes with another system as a pseudo layer 1, and I mean very loosely pseudo, but it is not something that's going to continue to exist. And I honestly think, again, it's going to be used as kind of the patsy to claim, oh, crypto bad, because they can control it. There's so much centralized control in it. So,
Hold up.
oh, I see you back
Dave's throwing a flag on the play.
Hold on. Flag.
Yeah.
Flag. Before we talk about the important stuff, let's talk about, we zoom into Robin again. What's up with the shirt, man?
That's sure.
You going to the beach or a club or where are you going?
Oh man,
Nah.
it's a hybrid, just
Okay.
like he was
Just
saying
like
about
you.
the Ethereum network. It can both facilitate utility at the club and also at the beach. I'm
Wow.
ready for both.
I got another question for you, Robin.
Bullish on shirt.
How many minutes? How many minutes of no Allahs do you start shaking?
Oh
Violently.
man, you know.
5
I
minutes.
start twitching.
So he has OTs. They're like DTs, but OLATs,
Mm.
OLA tremors.
Ola
Yeah.
tremors.
I was
Tremolas.
at the Mexican supermarket and I got to the register. I was like, "Hola!" and they looked like I
wrong
had
with
crossed all kinds of borders. Or not borders, but
Wow, this show is getting. going off
Anyways,
the winds here.
they were pissed. Okay, just put it
Robin's
that
getting
way.
2 shows canceled today.
They were pissed.
All right,
They weren't
Hold on.
happy.
do it.
I'm tangenting back. So the real crypto Stevo says that all the delegators on Lido is not centralized. Feasibly true, but it's all synthetic ETH.
What are you trying to say?
It's relevant.
Synthetic tokens matter. That's all I'll say.
I mean, last time we had that much synthesis of synthetic nature, it was FTX.
There was a polycule.
Yeah.
I like this show. Okay, let's
I will
move.
say this. At
Then
one
say it.
point, Litecoin was number 2. Everyone thought Litecoin was always going to be number 2. They're not number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
Also, I'm
Oh.
just being extra spicy. I'm not actually attacking anybody. I'm
Yeah,
just
we
being
know.
spicy.
We know.
I love everybody here.
Yeah. We know you like spicy food as well. By
Yes.
the smell of the bathroom. But what we're trying to talk about here is what are the crypto markets doing? Let's take a look at this chart from Tyler
Wow, that's why
Strzelovich.
that's why he just goes by Tyler S.
That's right. Tyler S. Crypto on Twitter. Go follow him. I don't, but some good content here. Maybe, you know what? Actually, it's not even my account. Never mind. So everything going according to plan. Hashtag crypto Bitcoin. And so he shares this little fractal here. Guys, is everything going as planned? Are we going to see this massive run up and are we here already?
Look, man, I want this to play out because I've been sitting on my Bitcoin bags for a while, and I feel like now is the time to start, I guess you call it swing trading. So basically, like, I want to sell in the 30s, and then when it dips back down and retest that blue line, the EMA, right? Like, I scoop it back up. I just make 5% on the downside, and I hope I can do that for the next 6 or 10 weeks, and really just scoop up a lot of Bitcoin. I would love for this to play out because this right here, folks. This is accumulation time. If you can just go on KuCoin, you drop your Bitcoin, you set a stop loss here, you set your sell up at in the 30s, then you set a buy in the high 20s. You're accumulating Bitcoin. This is smart crypto moves right now. Liquid death. Thank you.
Hannah, do you agree? Is this a smart move?
Don't ask me. Move on.
Don't ask
That
me.
is financial advice. Everything I say is
Financial
financial advice. Is it good or bad? That's up to you to decide. Boom.
It
Mic drop.
looks
Liquid
like
death.
a 3-year-old put that chart together, though. There's no lines. There's no.
There's literally lines.
What I'm saying,
There's no line to
price,
that, David.
There's no prices on the left or the right. I don't know what candles
Figure it
we're
out.
looking at. We probably got a 5-hour candle on the left, a 3-minute candle on the
There's-
right. I mean, I don't know, man. Put a little more detail in there if you're gonna.
Now you sound like a statistician.
Yeah, man.
Which
I'm
he's
just saying,
definitely not.
it seems it's lacking information here.
Well, whatever. Don't ask questions.
Okay, general thoughts on the market though. Are we in a bull market or a bull rally?
We're in the
Or bear
depths
rally?
of the bear market. We're obviously not at the very bottom. Could we go lower? I don't know.
Hold on,
Probably
hold on.
not. But
We're
we're,
not
in
at
the,
the-
we're in
hold
the
on.
depths of the bear market.
You're saying we're in the depths of the bear market, but we're not at the bottom.
we're in the depths of the bear market.
So you're saying the
there
bottom's
are
not in.
deep parts of the sea that are deeper than other deep parts of the sea.
So you're saying that we're
and
not
so
in the
we're in the
bottom.
deep part of the sea. Okay.
The inflection point has happened.
So we're saying what bottom isn't in yet. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
I'm
bottom's in.
The
saying
bottom is
that
in.
Bottom's in.
Bottom's absolutely in.
Statistically speaking, the bottom is more than likely in. We're not far off of that bottom. We're at was it 28.4 right now? 25? Where are we at?
Yeah,
Anyway,
28.5. Yeah.
28.5. We were at we grazed 16,000. We weren't even there for that long. So realistically, the bottom was more sub 20, and we're just a little above 20.
Look, if
There you
anyone,
go. So we're
That's
not
how numbers
far
work,
off.
Rob.
I am a
That's it.
Rob. You're off base. So look, I have a lot of experience with bottoms because, as you all know, I am one of the number one feed pick sellers on Grinder. So if there's one thing I know, it's bottoms.
Okay.
And we have seen it.
Why haven't you submitted to my website, hobotoes.com?
Well, there's a lot of IP involved in that. So
Yeah, I own it. Let's make money.
okay.
With that
Someone else says they own it. So I look, I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
You want me to pull up my GoDaddy? We can see all the ridiculous domains
Guys,
I
that'll
own?
do it for the show today. Thank you so
Thanks,
much
guys.
for tuning
Thanks,
in.
Liquid Death.
So we do want to give a little shout out. We are simulcasting not only on Blockchain Basement, but also Sin City Crypto, and we are live on Twitch as well. A little insight from the chat. If you're new here, say hello, at least in the Sin City crowd, and we'll give you a little shout out back, a little hola. We got a few new people. Wolfman, 8 My Crypto, Will, Winnie Burst, Andre Brown, who said, don't butcher my name. I think I got it. And Not Legal Counsel. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, my Ninja dropped a $1.99 super sticker.
That's my ninja.
Whoa.
I love ninjas.
Er,
Did you guys ever play Ninja Gaiden?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
The
We're
best
cultured.
game ever.
Slapped.
game ever.
The best.
Xbox, Ninja Gaiden, hardest game ever, hands down.
Hannah, you play video games?
Ninja Gaiden Black.
yeah.
What's your favorite?
Ghouls
video
and Ghosts on what, Nintendo
you
or
cut the
Super
lady
Nintendo?
off?
That one was hard, bro.
Wow.
game? Did you
Yeah.
cut the lady off? I'll
You-
cut your
yes.
hair off.
Yeah, you can
Hannah, I
double jump though.
apologize, Hannah.
That's okay. That's okay.
Thank you so much.
I'd say RuneScape. RuneScape was my OG.
Okay. Well, we know what Robin likes. Nick, what's your favorite video game?
Um,
You look like a Tetris kind of guy.
yeah. So this is gonna be like a deep pick. My favorite video game of all time is it's a
Liquid Death.
game. No, well, it's a game called Thief: The Dark Project.
Never even heard of.
I know most people have not. Plus one in the chat if you've ever played Thief: The Dark Project.
I'm sure we'll get like half of one. Now, the theme of the show is Doge to the moon. Now, what was trying to go to the moon was Starship, and that exploded, failed, and didn't make it. Neither did the Doge price. I got the Doge chart pulled up here. And sorry, Robin, no prices here, but I can't tell you these are 15-minute candles. Oh, 10-minute candles. So this was around the time. Well, this is okay, here we go. This was around the time that the Starship launched. And I want to remind everyone that Doge was one of the few cryptos this morning that was actually in the green.
It launched in the green, not the red, brother. It launched at 9:30. Go up, go up, go up.
Yeah.
More,
Oh my
more.
God, it tanked
This is
at
9:30.
9:30. That's so
It'll-
great.
Go back a
This
little
is
bit.
9:30.
Well, it blew up at it launched at like 9:20 and it blew up at like 9:25.
Then your time would be wrong.
Wait, it blew up?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it
it
blew up.
blew up.
I can't remember. Are they using Raptor or Merlin engines?
They're
on
using the
those?
Raptor engines.
They are.
Wait, so it failed? It blew up?
It blew up,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, Elon said the mission was a success because they just wanted it to get off the launch pad, which it did, and it got all the way to Earth's orbit, and then when it went to separate the main thruster from the Starship, it did not separate and in turn exploded.
Damn.
No separation equals explosion. Now I want to ask, Doge is obviously a meme coin. And for Doge to just crash in price as a rocket that has nothing to do with Doge crashes, I want to ask you guys, are you comfortable investing in or trading a coin like Doge who moves the way it does because of one man and one company, Elon Musk, Tesla, and SpaceX? Nick, I'll ask you first.
Okay. First of all, I need to get Rob's take so I can actually bounce off of it and have a good, hot opinion on that.
Rob,
I think it is
Take us.
completely natural that the price of a financial instrument moves with that of a rocket is success or failure rate. I think this is natural. I think this is something we should expect moving forward in our crypto ecosystem from meme coins. What else would you expect from meme coins? Right?
Shiv doesn't
You
do that.
want real
Pepe doesn't do that.
No, go back to Rob. He wasn't done yet.
This is fun.
Well, I mean, what else would you want? It has no utility. The only utility of this thing is that it has been paraded around by a philanthropist millionaire who is out here just trying to show off his toys. And his new toy is a giant rocket that is trying to go to Mars. And so when he fails, so does his entrepreneur little craze.
Now, I know a rocket ship.
Doge.
I know a rocket ship emoji wasn't used, but a rocket ship was used to move the price of Dogecoin. Will they go after Doge or Elon Musk, Nick?
Well, who's they?
They, them.
They, them, the Illuminatis. The Illuminatis.
This is so bad.
I already tried to copyright that name. It was done
Yeah, I figured it was.
years ago. I thought it was genius.
So I think Doge is specifically meant to be a currency. Like that's why the inflation rate is so high. The inflation part of the reason the inflation rate is high is to discourage people holding it long term. So if there's any crypto if there's any crypto that could be used to buy coffee, it would be something like Dogecoin. And so I think, people looking for Doge Moon and what have you, like you're on the wrong wavelength, my guys. You've got the wrong coin. Doge should only be used to buy coffee and buy trinkets and t-shirts. It is not a store of value. And so, it's going to even out because I really think it's going to be integrated in Twitter at some point in the future, but it's not going to be for hodling long term.
So anyone holding a Doge bag for mere purposes of money go up, right? My bag go up. You think they're making a mistake? Hannah, go ahead.
A little. I mean, why not? It's fun. It's exciting. And you
Yeah.
never know what Elon's going to do. And I mean, obviously he's working on different projects and different brands and different things that he has his feet in. So I don't know, as long as he's still showing up every day and interacting with people on Twitter and doing things, it's fun. I'll hold a little bag, see what happens.
But let's say Elon says the wrong thing about the wrong person on the wrong website. And for some reason, he goes on a cruise and never comes back.
Does anybody remember
True.
what was this in 2021 when Elon Musk was like, I'm working with the best coders. I'm sorry, Elon is Trump, just sounds
Yeah, I
better.
was like, wait.
But no, he's like, I was working with the best people. We're going to switch Doge to proof of stake.
Yeah.
And then Chucky Ho popped in and like wrote or dropped all these papers and basically dropped a dissertation on him being like, good luck. You literally can't do that even if you wanted to. It was
Interesting.
from a while ago. It was
You know,
very hilarious.
You brought up a good point. It does
Chucky
share a
ho
pretty
ho.
similar inflation rate. It's about 3% annually, something that's pretty comparable to, say, fiat currency here circulating in the US. And the difference, though, when we mention inflation, is that the inflation of fiat currency is basically a way that the government can fund their projects they can't afford off of the backs of our spending power, right? They print more. They have a larger budget than they can, than they bring in tax revenue, and to fill that gap, they basically print more money in one way or another, and then they debase your currency to absorb the excess spending. Now with Dogecoin, that 3% inflated is not really going to anybody, right? It's not, or at least not a government, and so it's just a dilution across the entire ecosystem, more fairly diluted, I would say, at the cost of mining. And this inflation directly goes to the miners, right? So it's not like the tokens are just appearing out of thin air and going into the government's hands the way we have fiat. The government or in Doge's situation, the inflation is going to the miners, those securing the network.
You're saying at
which
least
is a little bit more
decentralized emission.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's no cap on the supply too, and that's part of the reason why, you know.
So I think you get the inflation that you would have with fiat, but it doesn't all pile in on the government. It piles in on the people that are validating the code. So,
So you're bullish on Doge.
yeah, I mean, if I had to choose fiat or like if we lived in a utopian society where, hey, you know what, fiat's going away, pick something, or you know what I mean, like or say you had to pick one of the other, Doge or U.S. central bank issued notes, whether it's CBDC or fiat. I go Doge all day.
Okay.
Would you rather have a CBDC or Doge?
I'd rather have a Doge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
unanimous.
think we're
100%.
unanimous, right, Hannah?
Mm-hmm.
I would rather, I'd rather have Hex than a CBDC.
Let's ask all the chats here.
said-
Would you
then
rather
CBDC, yeah.
have would you rather have to pay all of your utilities, your coffee, and all your day-to-day transactions in Doge or US dollar fiat? Which would you prefer?
See, now
Put a
you made
1
that
for Doge,
loaded.
2 for fiat. 1 for Doge, 2 for fiat.
Because what you're leaving out is the expiration dates they want to put on CDBCs, the centralization that they have with CDBCs. Everybody's going to pitch Doge because of the decentralized nature.
Don't
That's
talk
it.
bad
I'm
about
leading it off.
CBDCs.
I
Robin's
put a
fan.
1 in the chat. I'm leading the charge.
All
Yeah,
right.
Doge, 100%. If I could be in chat, I would say
Doggy.
Doge.
Woof, woof. All right, let's move on to Coinbase. So we had the Gensler hearing. We had the Wells notice from SEC to Coinbase. And then Brian Armstrong came out and said, or he said it in an interview with in the UK, I believe he was in, said, if this thing doesn't sort itself out, we're leaving. And well, guess what? Coinbase is giving up on launching products in the US. American empire in full decline mode. The biggest bag fumble in financial history is in progress via US regulators. This is from Shapeshift COO. That is the Twitter handle. And it retweeted this. Coinbase plans to launch offshore derivatives exchange as soon as next week.
Wow.
And I believe they got the license from Bermuda.
Yep.
So I want to ask, what is this? Oh, yeah, here we go. And leading up here, Bermuda Premier said, exciting news, leading digital asset company Coinbase announced today it has received a digital asset business license from Bermuda. Wendy O was on the BitBoy show in the morning, said if Coinbase leaves the US, crypto is dead. Hannah, we talked about this on the show last time you were on, and well, maybe it was off camera. But anyways, we talked about how Coinbase was one of the places you refer friends or family who want to buy crypto for the first time. Do you agree with Wendy O in saying if Coinbase does completely leave the US, is crypto in the US dead?
I don't think it's completely dead. I mean, we have it's gonna be bad for crypto in general. I think it would be a big statement for the United States if that were to happen. But I don't think that would be the end all be all for crypto, because I think there's going to be competitors and there's going to be people that see it as an opportunity to step up and take over that position that Coinbase had. But I don't think that Coinbase is leaving the US. I think that it is more of a statement than anything, kind of like a warning.
Nick, do you agree that this is just positioning from Coinbase? Maybe some scare tactics? I don't know if Gensler gets scared. He's already very scary looking. But if Coinbase leaves, do you think there will be other US-based exchanges that fill the void, or you think the waters are still too murky?
Well, the waters are murky, but the reason Coinbase is doing this move is because they want to sell securities, because it's a derivatives platform, right? So
Correct.
that's why they did it. I don't think they're going to move their regular crypto stuff, overseas anytime soon. But I mean, look, boys and girls, it's time to start looking at passports. It's time to start looking at property outside of the US of A.
Where are you looking, Nick?
I'm still making that determination. Like you want to be in not a they used to call them third world countries. I think they call them now emerging economies.
Oh, like the US?
Well, yeah.
Wow.
You wouldn't want to be in one of those, like Namibia or
Bless you.
Cambodia. That would be dicey to move like your family to. But somewhere in Central America, somewhere in the Balkan countries, once all that stuff with Russia settles down, in the Balkan countries, possibly even like Morocco.
What about Dubai, the UAE?
What about
No. Okay, first of all, here's my rant about Dubai.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'd have to wear a head.
Yes, I'm excited.
Dubai,
Tell us.
wait, hang on. What's your language thing on your channel? I don't want to like blow up.
We're Portuguese, which I was gonna say the Ola is
That's
Portuguese.
not what he's talking about. He's talking about what bad
I
language can he
know.
use.
I just
Just
want to
don't
say
use the words
Ola
that-
is Portuguese. I just want a disclaimer.
That has nothing.
And that's where I'm going.
Nick, we just don't use the words that get us canceled, like the R word or anything like that. But F word, fine. B word, fine.
Okay.
It rhymes with Both, Hild.
Dude,
that R
yeah,
word?
yeah. Red Shield. Anyways, first of all, fuck Dubai. That place is a piece of shit.
Why?
It's a slave state. It is run by essentially warlords and war profiteers. That place is anti-crypto. Yeah, it has 0 taxes. If you move there, you are part of the problem. There, I said it. Dubai sucks. The Burj Khalifa is literally full of shit. They didn't know what they were doing when they
It's
built
Mia.
it, and they cannot. There is no plumbing in the Burj Khalifa. Every morning, there's like a 4-mile long line of sewage trucks, and they have to literally pump the shit out of the Burj Khalifa because it's such a dumb building. None of the toilets work. So, sorry. Dubai, bad for crypto, bad for the planet. Run by everything is run by slaves. Get out of
I
here.
want to pull something up on my laptop here. If you move to Dubai and you're a fan of alcohol, well, you can't go out and buy it without a license. And
Yeah.
so if you want to go to the grocery store to buy wine for cooking, drinking, or a shot of whiskey to lull those pains.
That
of,
guy definitely looks like he lives in Dubai.
Sounds communist.
Yeah. So you need an alcohol license to purchase alcohol.
It's also expired.
Sell alcohol.
Yeah.
Or drink alcohol.
It's also illegal to be gay there. They have debtors' prisons.
Yeah.
Terrible for women's rights. It's just overall just an awful city. Why would you live there? Stop.
Also-
we need to stop enabling Dubai.
If you, let's say, buy a Lambo, which is very common in Dubai,
'Cause
and
they'll
you
give
don't make
anybody
your
a loan.
payments, you will go to jail.
yeah.
That's
Straight to jail.
why it is. They have a road that leads to the airport
Yeah.
that is known for people parking their Lambos on the side of the road, taxiing to the airport, and then fleeing
That's
the
funny.
country. And so you'll see just
Amazing.
So when the stock market has traditionally crashed, or there has been failures in the financial system, and Dubai feels the effects, or people living in Dubai, you'll see the Lambos line up and people taxiing to the airport. They also leave the Lambos in the parking garages as well. So.
Now, Outlaw Silverado from the Blockchain Basement on YouTube, the $1.09 super chat said, "Could you guys explain the bloodbath of Algo?" It stems from the
Where's AJ?
Stems from the Bittrex lawsuit. We actually on Sensitive Crypto did a video explaining that. Not sure if BitBoy Crypto did a separate video explaining that as well, but we have one. If BitBoy has one, go check those out. It kind of lays everything out for you. And so, with that being said, we have this from Binance. Now, here's and the reason I'm showing this is because I want you guys to understand that these exchanges, you give them clarity, let them know which road to take, and they will adjust and make things happen. CZ says Binance is ready to make adjustments to their business over the next 12 to 18 months to be in compliance with the new EU crypto regulations, the MiCA bill. Why in the world can we get something similar in the US? Now, Robin's favorite, the guy from California, what's his name with the weird smile? Sherman. Robin's favorite congressman. He voted for him 3 times, even though he doesn't live in California. Don't ask me how. I don't know.
What's his first name? Was it Richard?
Brad.
Brad.
That's
Never
also
met
a
Brad I
popular
like.
name in
Never
Atlanta.
met a Brad I like, unless you're in the chat. I haven't met you yet, which doesn't count. But my question is, he said, if we see everything as a security and these people are not in compliance, shut him down. Everything's okay, fine. If he's saying everything is a security, then say everything is a security and let these exchanges figure out what they're going to do.
Yep.
But they won't even do that. Why do you think they won't do that, Robin? Why won't they label securities if they think this space is so non-compliant?
It's a power grab, and right now, they haven't assigned, or there isn't any. Nobody has jurisdiction, right? Because they haven't determined what to classify a crypto
Oh my God.
as. And
Please
so,
show that picture.
Which one? Robin's computer.
Oh,
All right, I have
yeah.
the technology for that. Oh, creepy.
Oh,
Yeah, that is your boy.
ladies.
No, your boy.
Wait.
Ladies.
He looks like the guy from
Hey, Brad,
Family
save
Guy.
some ladies for the rest of us.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
that like, he looks like he sells ice cream door to door.
The-
I bet
the
you
pedophile-
all-
looks like the-
pedophile
yeah,
from
I bet
Family
you-
Guy.
Anthropomorphication of a Yoda, kind of.
I bet you all of the
smile, man.
prostitutes in Washington D.C. have a code name for him.
What is it?
I don't know, but I bet
Oh.
you they all do.
Squishy.
They're like, oh yeah, I had old pancake face last night.
They call him the
Gummy.
Mist Wraith
Ah,
for all
Right,
my
let's be nice.
Mistborn fans out there.
And
So,
then,
Rob, you think it's a power grab?
what were we talking about?
Well, nothing's grabbing
I got
that.
way distracted there. Hold on. Put me back on track here.
Why can't the U.S., if you think everything's
Oh,
security, just label it, give some clarity?
So there's two. Okay, right now, crypto doesn't have a designation officially, right? There's no
Bitcoin does.
digital asset. There's certain countries that have labeled cryptos digital assets. Some have said it's property and likened to this or that. But the government itself hasn't taken a stand on what crypto is, with the outside exception of Bitcoin, labeling it a commodity. So for everything outside of Bitcoin, it is up to interpretation by different branches of the government. And so because no one has oversight over what hasn't been determined, a security, a commodity, who knows what other terms you can put on there. But because there's no clarity on what these assets are, they are essentially at the mercy of anybody that wants to stand up and regulate it, right? And right now, we're seeing that the biggest fish in the room is Gary Gensler, and he's stepping up and he's trying to regulate by enforcement.
You know, I want to share this video. BJ, pull up.
Okay.
I just,
Not that video.
oh no!
Oh no,
guys,
senpai.
let's just take a look at.
This guy's my favorite.
Capital Markets, Mr. Sherman. For
Let's
one.
look at this. Let's just
Chairman
look at it.
Gensler, thank you for working hard and getting things done and fulfilling the mandate given to you by the 33 and 34 Securities Acts and bringing them up to date for the 21st century. Thank you for getting information that investors who care about the environment will want.
Look at it.
Thank you for standing up to the crypto bro billionaires where an area where the multi-billion-dollar frauds are just the beginning of the societal harm. Investor protection is not the antithesis to capital formation. It is the necessary antecedent. If we don't protect investors, capital will go to other markets.
Look at his smile.
The private placements cannot swallow the whole idea of companies being public. And the idea that 2,000 shareholders should become 2,000 shareholders of record through a phony math that allows companies to have perhaps 10,000 beneficial shareholders and not consider themselves public is something that needs to change. I
Now
yield back.
recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, Chair Gensler, I am very pleased with your attitude and your performance, but my views are my own. I'd like to speak for the gentleman from Texas, but he hasn't authorized me to do so.
He's so funny. Yeah, real funny guy.
Creepy, man.
Creepy. Creepy is to say the least.
Get a room.
Sounds like
Gross.
he wants to lick
Disgusting.
on Gary.
Yeah, what's up with him and Gary? Something's going on, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, what are you guys? So, is it, Robin? What were you saying before we cut out all this Brad shirt and stuff?
I think you said bright shirt. So I was like, yeah, that's right.
You,
So
do you think
they because Congress won't make a framework for identifying what the hell they classify crypto, you have the SEC stepping up and saying, well, it fits all the boxes of a 1930s securities laws, which had no internet, no telephone. Do we have telephone in the 1930s? Maybe the
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyways, it wasn't good telephone. And we,
Alexander Graham Bell did that.
Operator,
wrong.
operator.
so technology,
Give me the popo.
technology wasn't what it is now. And I don't understand how we could put horse and buggy technology that regulates what was old time stocks and put that into a basket that is crypto and blockchain. It just makes no sense to me. And I don't think we're going to get out of this anytime soon until Congress passes some bill to say, hey, this is what you got to do to be a commodity. This is what makes you a security. and make it some kind of threshold. The same way that Bitcoin, when it first came out, could have been likened to a security. Now it's pretty damn decentralized. Nobody controls it. And so for that case, it's decentralized. We can make the same argument for Ethereum. At this point, decentralized. At what point do you cross that threshold? I think if we can identify that line and make it like a checklist, and at some point, hey, the foundation doesn't have majority control anymore. Now it's a commodity. Boom. Get out of here, SEC. Let the CFTC regulate it. I think that's what we need. And I don't think until government or Congress comes out with some clear guidelines, we won't see anything. It's just a power grab. Right now, the SEC is winning.
Now, Nikolai, let me ask you. Let's say they come out and they pass a bill, everything in crypto except Bitcoin's a security. Well, we're going to get to this in a second.
Okay.
You think, as we see with Binance and the Europe, you think exchanges would comply? Or do you think it would be, they were like, it's not worth it, we're leaving?
If the U.S. said literally everything other than
Everything's
Bitcoin,
security except Bitcoin is a security. You want to list these, you got to register, whatever they decided.
Geez.
Would that essentially kill crypto in the U.S.?
I will go to Portugal if that happens.
Yeah, for sure. It would.
You also go to Portugal?
I would go to Portugal. Yeah.
There it is, 20-minute mark. You have to say it.
They're going to kick you out of Portugal so fast.
Yeah, they're like, who's this?
They're like, we don't need crypto.
Dude,
but I was born
SpongeBob.
here.
If you think I am douchey, wait till you go to Portugal, man.
No,
There is
you're-
so much chest hair and Speedo out there. I'm telling you.
But you're crypto SpongeBob. That's the difference.
Crypto Steve asked.
Is that a compliment?
Yes.
Yeah. Crypto Steve asked, "What is Nick doing on his phone?" I'm texting my plug.
For more liquid death?
Hair plug?
420.
Hair plug.
Oh,
God, that was
420.
mean.
Yes, Hannah, thank you so much. That's why we have Hannah here, because she's smarter than all of us. Happy 420, guys. And I want to note on this day, yes, last year, Bitcoin got to 420.69.
Nuh-uh.
$42,069. Yeah. It didn't close a candle at that price, but it got there. It got there. That's important. Hannah, do you have any thoughts on this in general? About crypto in the US, Coinbase, if everything is labeled as security, kind of feel free to speak on anything related to those.
I think it's such a, I'm a bit ignorant, if just a forewarning, but I think it's a big mess and it shouldn't be this complicated. Like, why can't we just,
If they ban crypto, are you moving?
At the moment, no, because I gotta survive. I'm a little, if eventually.
You can survive in Latin America. You can survive in Europe.
Latin America.
True.
And you already know the first word in Portugal.
Hola!
There it is.
I don't know. I gotta look into passports.
And you got to learn payday.
Payday.
Payday?
Payday?
Payday.
Payday?
All right.
Question mark?
It means fart.
It does?
Really?
Yep.
You're lying.
Hmm.
All right.
No,
If
it's
they pay me on that, it's fine. Now, we can go and pull up this article now.
You're trying to get paid in payday?
that's what I'm saying. It's funny.
Do you guys like Payday, the bar, the candy?
It was okay when I was a kid.
Oh, payday. Oh, okay.
Hannah, do you even know what Payday candy is?
Yes.
Is it good?
Not really.
Okay. Robin?
Yeah, no, I feel like that's old people candy.
Wow.
If you're going to 7-Eleven, you're walking out with a payday, you're strange, bro.
Nick?
Hi.
Hi. Payday. Candy. Yes?
It's
Tell
one
me.
of these superior candies out there. Yes. As far as bar candy goes, it is in the top 5.
Would you go out of your way to go buy one, or if someone gave it to you, you'd eat it?
Oh, I'd eat it if someone gave me a payday.
But would you go out of your way like, oh my God, I'm craving a payday. Let me go to the store and buy one.
I don't crave candy. I'm not a child.
What does that mean?
Children crave
You
candy.
didn't stutter.
Wow. Yeah. Thank
I
you.
crave meat.
With that being said,
Hold on.
Tape.
While we're on the subject of candy bars,
Oh, God.
so
What?
let
You
me
said
tell you.
Zanny bars?
No.
Being
Oh.
gone?
The
Oh, the vein.
Ew.
The signature pee-pee vein, as they call it, has left the Snickers permanently.
Yeah.
And now it is smooth from top to bottom.
That's
The
gross.
iconic
now it just looks
vein-
like a Butterfinger.
The iconic vein is gone from the Snickers bar. I need reaction. What do you think? This used to be a line of caramel hidden underneath the chocolate, but now that is gone.
Nick is mad the vein is gone.
Everybody is.
It's just like
It just doesn't look
They spent
natural.
R&D money on that. Instead of, I don't know, improving the quality of the goddamn chocolate, they're like, you know what, guys? We got to get the wiener vein out of our candy bar because some pervert is turned on by it. Mr. Snickers, make the call.
Mr. Snickers.
We're not renewing our subscription to the vein machine.
Sounds like somebody needs a Snickers.
God.
Which is funny.
Hannah, you're on thin ice.
The ice just got a little
Which
thicker.
gives me a perfect transition to give a little shout out to the new people in the chat. If you're new here, say hello so
Just
we can
no
drop an
hola,
hola back
please.
at
We
you.
got to- oh my God.
We have Stanky Candles. We have Joshua C, J Mag, Silosis, Syndemic Love, Mickey La Ogie. And then we got Thomas, Guns and Loaded, and then Future X Tips. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Anyone have any idea what the hell he just said?
I don't know.
No idea. So let's stay on
I understand
Coinbase.
Patrick, but I don't understand him.
SpongeBob. So Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says years-long battle with the SEC is about to ensue. Statement after Coinbase received the Wells notice from the regulator last month that said the agency was considering filing an enforcement action against the exchange. Well, that happened. And Armstrong said, over the last year, we had 30 meetings and never got a single piece of feedback from them. Do you think Coinbase has the resources to go year long? We know what Ripple's doing, but we know more times than not, by a vast majority,
Vast difference.
people settle because it costs too much money, it takes too long, and the SEC starts off with a 10-second lead. Nick, is it worth it? If you were Brian Armstrong, is this the path you would take?
Yeah, for sure. Like he doesn't like moving actual like Coinbase, the actual Coinbase overseas would be a gigantic undertaking and it would uproot a lot of the work that the company has been trying to do for the past decade. So yeah, he's going to fight, but he also wants to fight because he knows that Coinbase is only as good as the health of the crypto industry, and having the crypto industry basically be neutered in the United States is bad for Coinbase. So he's ready to throw down. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to work with him. Cause look, the banking industry, the banks own the government. Like this, I know this may come as a shock.
Wait, what?
But there's basically a revolving door between the banks and the government, especially the people on the financial committees. So he is fighting fire with fire. He's starting to litigate, and then they're starting to lobby hard. So they're really starting to lobby. They're really starting to put together their stuff, and they make their presence known as the crypto lobby in the United States. Because right now it's just Elizabeth Warren and a bunch of other hacks who are running the table. So,
Nick, you got Elizabeth Warren running up against Gary Gensler for president. You have to vote for one. Who you voting for?
Elizabeth Warren versus Gary Gensler for president.
I know.
Gensler, because hopefully he'll croak first.
No, I don't look at it that way. It's more of who is more incompetent. I think by and large, Gary is far more incompetent than Elizabeth Warren.
Okay.
So like Liz is dumb, but she knows how to get stuff done. Like she's controlled. She's a sock puppet, right? Like she's controlled by her staff, but she's a useful sock puppet because she can get things done. Gary just has a bunch of lawsuits. He still can't land any of them. Like maybe the library one, but that was by the skin of their teeth. And then most of that got, gutted a couple months later when they said, secondary sales are not securities. So yeah, I would prefer Gary.
Yoshi No Dinero here says vote Nick for president. Why not? And then also I see Uncle Tinfoil says, how many XRP Speedos can one pack in an overhead to Portugal? So this is the Delta does not fly to Portugal. So you got to take a budget airline. And so overhead compartment is at a minimum there.
Wow. Thanks for that analysis of airplanes, Robin.
Thank you.
Hannah, would you give us your analysis on who would you vote for? If you had to vote for Gary or Elizabeth, those are your two choices. President, 4 years.
Elizabeth, because I know less about her. I mean, not a good answer, but I know enough about Gary Gensler. I don't want him to be my president.
Robin?
Ugh.
Robin?
Okay, I feel like Elizabeth Warren would try to take down the whole system. And at least with Gary Gensler, we'll keep Bitcoin. And at least there's that, man. And not to mention, don't forget the president has executive orders. So at a drop of a dime, you can create an executive order. You can completely ban crypto. It could be overturned by the Supreme Court, but that would be a long process. And so I wouldn't put it past Elizabeth Warren to come into office and pass and then drop a executive order ban crypto right off the rip. And I think that Gary Gensler honestly would respect the freedom of speech and Constitution when it comes to Bitcoin. And he would hide behind securities law to outban everything else.
I'm not going to answer this question. It's too hard. Now, I want to show. Wait, hold on. Robin, did I ask you about Coinbase, whether it's worth it for them to fight this legal case, whether they can be successful? No, I didn't. Go ahead and answer that question.
They've been around since 2012. We've been going backwards in government legislation since then. What used to be more open and tradable and inviting to investors here in the States is becoming more and more of a privilege to accredited investors. And for the regular people like me and you, that's are the people that are getting shut out of the system because Coinbase is friendly to the average everyday retail person. And hey, who's still offering crypto services? Fidelity. Who is watching this show?
Fidelity.
Where are you buying your
NSA.
crypto from? Coinbase or Fidelity? Let's be real.
Wait, can I answer the Elizabeth Warren thing?
Oh, sorry, BJ. Yes.
I think I might pick her because if we go to the bills and the things she wastes her time doing, okay, maybe that's a thing. Child Care for Every Community Act, a resolution memorializing those lost in Medical Innovation Act isn't. This one's the funny one.
The
The
FCC?
Digital Reservation Act. You haven't looked at this one. To basically change what FCC compliance and control over what signals can go through Native American land.
So
Yeah.
are you saying that she would be too busy trying to pass stupid stuff to pass real stuff?
Yeah. Like literally that's all she does.
That's what I was gonna say.
Go to
when-
congress.gov and just look at everything that she sponsors or co-sponsors.
When I didn't have much of a response, I was about to say, I feel like it's all, the whole regulation system is a big just mess and it takes too long for them to figure things out. Like, why can we not get some people that have good intentions, that want progressive technology, like whether it's, I mean, they need to have like crypto knowledge, obviously, but people with good intentions that care about the future, go sit and come to a conclusion quickly, like make it a little more simple.
You know, you bring up a good point. I think there's a lack of knowledge
need to
in the crypto
restructure
space.
everything.
There's a huge divide between educated individuals that are familiar with crypto and then people that have been spoon-fed money from the traditional finance, and that's the only
Elizabeth
thing they
Warren?
know. That's the only thing they know. They know, hey, I've made all my money and look how successful I am. You can also be successful if you also partake in this system. And this other system, I don't know anything about it, but it sounds scammy. And that's where we're at.
You know where else we're at?
Ooh.
We're at a big point in our lives. BJ,
Mm.
pull up the laptop.
What am I doing?
Pull up the laptop.
Which one? There's two.
Mine.
It's complicated.
Sorry.
Oh no. I don't want to do it.
Please.
I don't want to
Do it.
No.
I command you.
Shout out Hit Network Gaming in the Twitch chat. Thanks for the raid, Joel.
Whoa!
And now we're
look at all the stormtroopers.
Shout out New York City for now being a police state with robot dogs.
Whoa, 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 whoa. First spotted in the field, robot dogs are now keeping an eye on us. What is going on here, guys? What would you do if you saw one of these dogs?
Please.
Now, I know we don't abuse animals, but I would probably kick this dog. What would you do? Taking pictures? You're taking pictures of me? Right? And I think this is from the top right here. I mean, you're walking over here, you got this thing walking up to you. Hannah, what's your immediate knee-jerk reaction?
Everybody with epilepsy is going to be in trouble.
Like,
Are you kicking it? Are you running away? Are you petting it? Oh, come here.
yeah, I probably. Oh, you're so cute.
Liar.
Be my friend. No, imagine if
shoots
you're
you.
at the airport Like last time I flew, there was a policeman and he had a dog, and it was 2 people at a time. You had to walk past him and the dog. Imagine there was this thing like searching for drugs and whatever. There's nobody getting past that. The robot dog, you're just done. You're done, and communism.
Nick, I feel like you're the kind of guy that would see that dog and get on one knee and be, come here, and then pet it and take it home with you. Is that what you would do?
Well, first of all, that's not a dog. That is a tool.
It identifies as a dog.
That is the tool of the oppressor, and it will be treated as such.
So what are you gonna do with it? Treat it as such. Okay, got it.
Take out its battery.
I have seen enough episodes of BattleBots that if that thing walked up to you, I'm telling you, a buzzsaw would come out. Yeah, just take your foot out, bro.
Yep. Yep. From right underneath the chin, it would go.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it has like some Furby like characteristics. It looks all cute when it like pulls up with the big like puppy eyes, and you're like, oh, and then boom, a needle right to the jugular, and you're out, bro.
You know, I feel like BJ's the kind of guy that would go up to the dog and reprogram it to spit out hot fire.
I'm choosing to make 0 comments online right now.
BJ would make it poop hot sauce.
That's disgusting. BJ, my mind is going places.
Who is it? I think it's something Reeves, not Christopher, but it's a really funny YouTuber that got one of these and reprogrammed it and basically connected a beer bladder to it. So if you put a solo cup on the ground, it would come over and pee and fill your beer.
Wait,
run off. Yeah. His last name's Reeves. He's absolutely brilliant and hilarious and makes the most ridiculous contraptions.
Speaking of pee, Robin, you know where I'm going with this, right?
No.
No, Robin knows. So yesterday we pulled out a tweet.
Oh no.
Oh, this is
you know what I'm talking about, Rob?
Yeah, let's go.
So we pulled out a tweet and we said, here we go. I'm going to pull this up.
Yeah.
Attention, Twitter land. And I don't know what Boomer says this, but Robin does. Tell me a short story. Please include embarrassing details. Thank you. And we're going to let you be the judge of who had the most embarrassing story. First up, we have Robin. When I'm anxious and nervous, I imagine putting surfboard wax on Gary Gensler's bald head. It comforts me. That's not good. I once drank my own pee. This is from Crypto Lifer.
Oh, man.
I once drank my own pee. The night before in college, I had a pee, but the bathroom was occupied, so I peed in a can and fell asleep. The next night, I was super thirsty and saw the can and went for a sip. It got halfway down, and I began to gag, and I remembered, wow, it was tough.
Do you know what you call that? The Kevin Costner.
Stupid.
You won.
Cade said, I subscribed to your mom's OnlyFans by accident thinking it was yours. Harry I. Ball said, I broke a sink off the wall in Taco Bell on the way to Lake Powell as a kid. I had to poop after lunch. Toilet dirty, so pooped in the sink, broke off wall, then sat down. When I sat down, was like WTF as I was on the ground watching 2 water columns in the wall in front of me. Closed door left.
That's
a fat kid.
We have another P1 here. I once took a girl rock climbing on a date and she got so afraid that she pissed on me from 30 feet up. That was great.
Some people pay for
that. Are you Donald Trump?
Once I was in Paris with my family, including my twin bro. I was 9. He was with another group visiting something. We got worried he might be lost. I went to search for him, came upon a room and saw him. I pointed and said, there he is, Mom. The mirror pointed to. It's from Miguel Costa. If you had to make a strike a vote, who's the winner of the most embarrassing story? What are you picking?
None of those are bad.
You have a worse one?
Yeah.
Share it.
Oh, I'm good.
Come on, bro.
I've got a lot.
Hannah, do you have a worse embarrassing story you'd like to share? Do it.
I gotta think.
Okay, we'll come back to Hannah. Nick, I know you got a
I mean,
bunch,
I got a
bro.
bad one.
Embarrassing ones?
You got a bunch, bro.
Oh.
I mean,
You got a bunch. Give us one.
Ooh, embarrassing. So there was one time I used to work when I was living in California. I was like really not feeling good. I didn't have a car. So I rode my bike to work / I also took the bus. So I like put it on the front of the bus in LA and then drive down to Santa Monica. And so I was just not feeling good at all. And then rode my bike down to my place of work, put it in the, bike rack, walking up the stairs, and I had to fart, and it was not a fart. And so I literally shit my pants at the front door of the building where I work. And I was just like, oh God. So then I did like the SpongeBob walk into the bathroom, threw my underwear away, and thank God it hadn't like seeped past the underwear. But yeah, I basically commandoed it for the next hour. Talked to my boss, said, look, I this may happen again. So can I go home? They said, yeah, fine.
Robert?
That was quite embarrassing.
Anyone else want to share one? I'm not going to put anyone on the spot, but anyone else want to share an embarrassing story?
I showed up for my first day of my internship at Hit Network in kitten heels and a skirt. That was
Yeah. that was why I didn't like you when you showed up. I was like, who is this
who the fuck is this girl?
Kitten heel? What's a kitten heel? Can
I'm
we
like,
pull up a
why did
picture of a kitten
nobody
heel?
just like say something to my face? They all just said it to each other.
Yeah.
They're like, what is this?
I won Homecoming King, class
we
of
know.
2002, and as part of the at the Homecoming game, they have the parade, and you're supposed to have a rental car, or you're supposed to get a nice car and ride in the back and wave to the fans. And so I entrusted my father, who God. Anyways, he said, I have a friend who has a new Mustang, convertible Mustang. I can see, and I was like, thanks, great. Anyways, it was
Tell me
20
you fell out of it.
plus years old. It had rust on it, and it was smoking. The homecoming queen was yelling at me, and her mom was mad. And as we stopped at the center of the field to wave, we were encased in a cloud of smoke. You could not see us at all.
Like that kind of smoke?
Yeah.
This doesn't involve me, but I was there.
Okay.
Is that a
You're
good one?
such a liar.
At
But
my
anyways, go
homecoming
ahead.
game?
No,
Go ahead,
so
BJ.
this just reminded me of prom. There's this kid. Yeah, I'm flaming you, dude. Sorry. Like 20 years later, Luke Yoder, who borrowed
drop a
somebody
name?
else.
Just
Oh
drop a
yeah,
name.
oh yeah.
And the last name?
I'm
Okay,
doing
continue.
this. He borrowed somebody else's tuxedo, and we all went partying. We were staying at this girl's house where everybody was crashing that night, and he gets hammered, and then eventually disappears, and we can't find him. And they're in the basement, or we're all in the basement, and then behind one of the doors is an unfinished part of the basement, and we eventually find him, and he is literally being basically Michael Phelps in a puddle of his own piss, shit, and puke.
Oh,
And then eventually, like, the parents find out because we found him, I don't know, at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and they live on like a really busy street and a very expensive part of Atlanta. And the parents, like, he tried to get up, and they're like, "You stay right there." And he's like covered on everything and like bobbling around. They're like, "Don't move." They go and get cardboard boxes and make him like a lane to get from where he was out the front door. They put him in the front yard. And so we're all like hungover and slowly waking up, and we're like, what's going on? And we all go outside, and he's butt naked, and the parents are just hosing him
that's
down
what you got to do.
while people are driving to church and just like honking at him. And I was
What
like,
was his
That's
name
what you
again?
got to do.
Luke Yoder.
Luke Yodel. Now we know what your real name is. Now, before I give my story, BJ, will you pull up this picture here?
yeah.
Now, Hannah said kitten heels. I'm curious. I've never heard of this. Which one of these are they? Is it? Don't tell me it's these.
Oh, no. You were straight pumps, girl. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
It was I would say
They were like at least 5 inch
you see the
heels.
one in the middle on the left right there?
This one?
No, they were
No,
higher.
middle, like down a row, middle all the way to the left.
Oh, to
This one?
They're like, I mean, they were white. They look kind of like that, a little higher maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, here's my story.
Okay.
My very first day on the job. I got a job at Mesa Grill in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Mm.
A little overweight. I was in a long-term relationship, and my girlfriend kept telling me I look good, but I was gaining weight. Anyways, I am training. I'm already very nervous, and I go by a table, and I bend over to pick up a fork on the ground, and I split my pants right down the butt crack. And all the employees started laughing at me. The manager was laughing at me, and I was a very shy person, and I literally I cried. It was embarrassing. One table even said they lost their appetite. And so what I had to do is I had to flip my apron around to cover that. And I didn't get any other clothes because it was my first day. So I still hadn't gotten the measurements. So they had to send me home on my first day. And I was on probation. And I
I feel
thought I
like
was gonna
you
lose my
were
job.
wearing like the boxers with the little hearts on there.
I was actually not wearing any underwear.
Really?
Hell
I'm
yeah.
kidding.
Oh.
Oh my god.
JK, I was wearing underwear, guys. Anyways. And that is all we got for the show today. Guys,
What?
yeah.
What?
Well, you want to keep going?
No, we got stuff to do.
What about the light in Russia?
Whatever. Well,
what?
Was it
tomorrow.
a satellite? Was it a missile? Was it
We
a
have
UFO?
tomorrow. Foreshadowing.
Was
Oh.
it the solar eclipse? I don't know what it was.
Hannah, was that a yawn?
Mm-mm.
That was a signal. We are done, guys. Thank you so much to all of you in the blockchain basement, to all of you in the Sin City Crypto Live. Thank you so much on behalf of myself, Hannah, Robin,
See you at the top.
Nick, and BJ,
Hold
the
on.
number 2 producer. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.